Hi all. Okay, back with more enemy action. Kharkov, Soviet Solo. Wow, what a great game! it's I suppose it feels as good as the first time I played enemy action Ardennes. Probably feels similar, but yeah, it's just the buzz of something new, new units, new map, similar sort of gameplay, and looking at the rules and how things are, it feels there's just enough difference in the game as well to make it fresh. And as well as all what I just said, the units, the map, the terrain, where we are, where the combats, where the battles are, but the rules as well just feels great. Um, yeah, really enjoying it. Actually, I forgot. I just posted a question. Here's me saying that. I mean, I've just posted a question. I don't know. It feels like something I should know, and I think it's because I got caught out with this. Oh wait now, I'll put Razor up at the computer. Hang on. Yeah, I think it's just because I got caught out with that strategic relocation, and it was I know I keep going on about it. But I hate making mistakes, and especially when I can't fix it without pretty much ripping everything apart. And I know, I went on and it's a new rule, a new event that wasn't in the last game or whatever, but I still should have dealt with it. However, um, I was, that last moves I made, well, no, actually, it's a couple of turns ago. I was watching back on episode, part 5. So, was it part 5? Yeah, so I've already done 6 and 7, so this will be part 8 actually. So it was part 5. And we were moving these guys. It was the 48th Corps German units. And we were looking at step 4. And this is the question that I posted. But, I kind of feel like I should know how this works. And it was if in dangerous round, move to position not in dangerous round. And I'm checking in ascending order. And I checked, basically, I think we checked Unit 1, Unit 2, they weren't in dangerous surround. Checked Unit 3, and he was in dangerous surround. So moved him out of dangerous surround, and then all of a sudden I thought it wasn't, but I thought he was. I thought Unit 2 then became in dangerous surround. And I didn't see that, I don't think, at the time. Fortunately, it wasn't. Like I say, it wasn't in danger zone, but it was quite close. And I started thinking, well, that's similar to that strategic relocation where I moved that unit and then I should recheck the map and start again. But then I started thinking, well, hang on, we've already checked in ascending order, and Unit 1 wasn't in dangerous surround. So do we not just. That's him, he's been checked for that step. But there was some doubt in my mind, and I don't know, I kind of panicked and thought, I'm just going to post the question, which is a bit naughty, really, because I probably could have opened the rule book and maybe found the answer to that. And yeah, I may end up feeling a bit foolish when when I get a reply to that. But it was just because of that. I don't want to make the mistake again. That strategic relocation. And wondering if the action steps are classed as the same. Once you've checked in this ascending order, once you've checked that one for a step, and a specific step, then you move on to a higher selector number, and you then move that unit. Do you then go back and check? I mean, I feel like you don't, but I feel silly asking that. I don't know. You know what? So it means I feel like I know this. Well, sorry, the the series of the game. With enemy action there. I feel like I know it quite well, but I also made 2 or 3 comments on the last part. Watching that back on part 5, and I'm sitting there staring at the screen, saying, "Yes, Grant, that guy is in dangerous round, clearly," and it takes a whole, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes where I go round and about and I try and I think, yeah, I think that's right. I think that's right. No, he's not right, Grant. He's in dangerous round. So it's and sometimes I suppose when you're really deeply involved and you try to concentrate on what you're doing and you try to record it, and you do end up looking a bit silly at times. Okay, anyway, I think that's all I wanted to mention before we get started. So I've got two impulses left. I was thinking I might get the turn finished tonight, but knowing how long it takes me to take a turn, possibly not. But there's 5 minutes in and we've not even started, so maybe if you got started, Grant. Right, okay, let's do that then. So we're going to look down here and we're going to try and get rid of that glare. There we go. And yeah, I will need to show the card because I like doing that. So I think what we're going to do, well, that's our last impulse. We know we've been keeping that for a while. Well, in fact, we've had it from the start of the... I want to say we've had that from the start, haven't we? Yeah, we drew that in our very first, our opening hand. So, I want to... Yeah, okay, that's the thing. This is the one with Assault Coordination. So, I think I need to... No, I'm going to have to... Well, I could probably get the card down here just to show you. So, I think I'm going to play this and activate 2 unit stacks in 69th Army. I think that's what we decided we were going to do, because the other card would activate them all, and you say, well, why wouldn't you do that instead and get the use of them all? Reason being, it's got Assault Coordination. We used the 40th Army card in our last combat as a combat tactic, but we'd like to get them involved in this attack because they're not just 8 strength, they're like 4 chip pools by themselves. So using this for the combat tactic, Assault Coordination, sounds like a better plan. So how do we go about this? This guy would need... Now, the infantry can cross the minor river without any issues, so probably 1, 2, 3 into here. Yeah, we're not going to get up. There's a garrison in the way, so we won't be able to surround this. That's a pity, yeah, if that garrison hadn't popped up. Yeah, well, it is there, Grant, so just wonder if the odds, does it make a difference me bringing the 2 3 strength ones, or I'd maybe like to kind of join this 2 strength one up with the 3, as I'm got this paranoia about that Soviets exposed. So that would be 4, 8, or 6, 14, 17. It'd be 20 or 19. So what we got, we're against 4, yeah, so we kind of want the 20, don't we? 20 gives us 5 to 1. Yeah, well, okay, fair enough. I think he's far enough out the trouble. I think a unit's got to be able to be proximate to him to do that action anyway. So, we'll eventually see that Soviets exposed, and it'll be nothing like I'm worried about, maybe. Okay, so we're going to activate 2 unit stacks, 69th Army. So I'm going to activate this stack and this stack. And I'm going to move this guy 1, 2, 3. And yeah, there's nothing else cover we can really do here, I don't think. And I was thinking about maybe getting something adjacent to this garrison, but we've got the 3rd Tank Army unit adjacent to it anyway. And I imagine we want to be doing something with them come the next turn quite early anyway, so... And it'll get rid of that garrison. So, yeah, and this is the 2nd stack we're activating, and he's just going to drop in there as well, which makes sense. So, that's our activation, and we're going to declare an attack on these 2 Rouse units. That's one underneath. He's still 2 strength, but he's 1 stepper, that one underneath. So we're going to attack, but well, I'm going to add the rather than count on the numbers, I'm going to add the assault coordination, okay? So we're making an attack on this unit, and we're playing that as our combat tactic for assault coordination, which brings all these guys into the battle. Well, and that's something, my guess is that's still the same. You don't have a choice with that. Any units adjacent have to attack. That used to be the rule anyway, so what am I looking for? Assault coordination. Attacker only. All Soviet units adjacent to defending unit participate in attack, even if not activated. Exclude units that already attacked in this activation or that are dispersed or isolated. Units participating. Yeah. I'm glad I read this. Units participating via assault coordination are not eligible to advance after combat. That was different from any match in Ardennes' German solo rules, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they could advance after combat. However, in the Allied solo rules, they could, there was one of them that couldn't. I'm sure in the German solo rules you could. So we've got to remember that these guys can't advance after combat. Yeah, that's a bit annoying, but you know what? They're all infantry anyway. If we get a result, then these two guys can advance. What I was reading for that was just to see if there was an option where you could choose not to attack, but it does say all Soviet units adjacent to the defending unit participate in the attack. So it's worded like that, and I think it was clarified within any match in Ardennes. I think it was questioned that could you choose not to. Well, it doesn't suggest that you couldn't choose not to there as well. All these guys that go to attack if you play that assault, that combat tactic. So, okay, so what did we have? So now we've got 4, 8, 14, 17, 20. Yeah, 20 against 4. So 5 to 1 odds. 5 to 1 odds. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that's 5, 6, 7, 8, because these are 3-steppers. 8, he is inside the artillery barrage, so that's 9, and then 1 for the assault coordination is 10. So 10 chip pools maximum. And we have, like I say, he's 3 steps, so we've got to draw a minimum of 3. However, he is going to get to draw a combat tactic, so let's see what he gets. Try and get a look at it up here. Well, we can zoom out a little bit then. I'll try and zoom back in the action once we see what this is. Okay. Right. Oh, oops. Oh, it's another 2+. Combat tactic, 4th Panzer Army card, Panzer Battalion and air power, but only happens from turn 2. Martin shaking his head again. It's not going to apply. Mind you, these are going to start happening next turn. So, but I don't know. That could be that I've been really lucky with that. Like I say, first outing at the game. So I'm not 100% sure if that it feels like it's lucky, but I don't know. Okay, right. Where am I going to squeeze in the chits here? Right, we'll go up and we'll put them up in this area so you can see them. Just keep the action going there. Just want to keep the dice to show 5 to 1 odds, 10 chip pools maximum, 3 minimum. Now chits all got shuffled up again, so it's a full set of 60 combat chits to choose from. So let's get going. Nothing more to do, is there? Don't feel like there is, no. So I'm going to draw the minimum 3, and I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so there we go. There's the first 3. 1.5 to 1. Wasn't so keen on seeing that, to be honest, with what we've got, but however. Flank attack, then an attacker artillery. So it's D3. So that would retreat the 2 units, definitely. But I think we want to do more than that. Well, we've got a maximum of 10. To eliminate them both, we would need 5, isn't it? D5, because there's 3 steps. Should we just go for 7? Go for the large attack. Yeah, I don't think I want to go up to 10. Yeah, I'm going to go to 7. So 4 more chip pools. Okay, there we go. A nice result again. I got a bit of a fright. This one, well, I'm not afraid so much, but this one was a large attack, and I looked at that side first. On the back, it's large attack. Well, actually, I think it's the front. But anyway, that is a priority, and it's 5-1. That's something to keep in mind. I think there's maybe more than one of the chits with a large attack, but the priority is 5-1. I've definitely seen that one before anyway, so it's nice to know that if you've got the large attack, but if you've got the 5-1 odds, it's slightly better, because it was A1 and D1 on the back, or front, should I say. And yeah, got a straight up 5-1 there. Another 4-1. That didn't count combat engineer or disperse unsupplied underneath. Yeah, there seems to be a lot more. I feel like there's a lot more odds chits. It feels that way. Just this initial first turn of my play. Feels like there's more odds chits. I don't know. That could be wrong, but it just feels that way. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we've actually got D6. We've got a hit to ourselves. Yeah, but 1 hit to ourselves. That's good. We're getting rid of both the guys. Okay, there we go. Yeah, and just before I drew the first chit, I thought, well, the one downside was the defender adjacent, and never got any of that, so that was nice. Right, let's not mess about this time. He's only 3 steps. He's taken 6 hits, so both these units are eliminated. And that satisfies, well, it only needed 5 hits, but unfortunately we don't get anything out of the other hit. I remember, what was it, excess hits and that got... Yeah, it was one of the guys in the enemy at Chardin benefited I think it was when you were playing as the allies. Anyway, that's not relevant here. So we've got 1 hit. We're going to have to take it off of one of these guys, aren't we? Yeah, I've not got a choice. Right, okay. So we'll pick the higher selector number, not that it's probably that relevant. Oh, he's going to be, yeah, I need a replacement chit for him. So 309. There he is. So he takes a hit. He takes our hit, and I'll just put him down below there. And he goes away. And yeah, that's satisfied all the hits. We can take these away. I can take the assault coordination card away. Well, I could pretty much take the activation card away as well. But we do get advance after combat. And remember, both these stacks were brought in through assault coordination, so it's just these infantry units that can advance. And we will take advantage of that and move in adjacent to that last 2 strength Rouse unit. And we've actually destroyed 4 of their units. That's the last one. No, tell a lie. There's 1. Alright, there's 1 just up in the city there, aren't there? Which, yeah, we know he shouldn't really be there, but that's a sore subject. Yeah, get on with it, Grant. Live with it. Okay, and yeah, that's it, finished. So, yeah, just to clarify, we activated the 69th Army, right? And I know these units got involved in the combat, but they were involved through the assault coordination tactics, so it doesn't mean that they will be uneligible for... Not that I've got cards left to activate them. So Popov had activated the last turn. He's now available, as we well know. I've got the card to do it. And that was the 69th Right, where's the 69th Army? Oh, it's along there. Right. That was just sitting off camera there. So they have activated. We can't activate them next turn. But the fact that the 40th were involved as well, they don't class as being activated from assault coordination. Even if you do assault coordination and reinforced battle, they don't class as being activated. Now, if they had came into the battle with being stacked with something else, that's a different story. They would become then active, and then that would be the case. You wouldn't be able to activate the 40th as well, but that's not the case. Right, okay. Let's make this a quickish episode, Grant. And that is our second last impulse. We've got one to go, and let's get a German impulse going. Right, German impulse. See what they got. Oh. Right, that's these guys again. Mind you, I suppose there's not as many. I'm looking at that saying, oh, it's these guys again, but there's not as many as in the previous game, so I shouldn't be that shocked to see them over and over again, really, should I? Okay, so deploy all. No, there's none. Activate all. So we're going to activate all 48 core units again. Okay. Okay, so again, we just got the three of these guys. One in the town here, one in the IP there, and one sitting now. We did choose to disperse these two stacks that attacked that last time, just to save ourselves one step loss. So hopefully that doesn't come to hurt us, because I suppose them activating, you know, I don't know. I don't feel like they're going to get aggressive, but you never know. I think maybe as the turns move on, then yeah, they will, because the action cards will change up a bit. Okay, so where are we? Activating. Put a raid out. It's good. I'm feeling comfortable just using the player aids, and obviously sometimes you do need to look at the rule book, but they're good player aids, really good. So if behind Soviet lines, no. Move to empty our garrison VP hex, so it's Soviet unit procs on that. Well, just to nudge that way, this is a garrison VP hex to which Soviet units are procs on that, but I'm not going to be able to get there, I don't think. 1, 2, 3, breaking zone of control. 4, 5, 6, yeah. And like we've definitely decided, dispersed units still exert a zone of control, so it's not that you can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into there. And my guess is there's nothing under there. Oops, Grant, careful. Knocking things all over the place here. That guy's in the town, just to try and squeeze the card in. You know what? I'll shove the card up further there. But it's kind of in the way. Well, we know we're activating the 48th. I suppose I just like to keep it around just to remind you if you're. Okay, so there's no VP hexes that they can reach. No, right. So 3, if in 4th Panzer Army, yes. And in Soviet artillery zone, no. So we're skipping by that one now, aren't we? Yeah, move past that. If in dangerous surround, well, that's going to be a yes for this guy. And possibly. Okay, this guy's definitely in dangerous round. We just need to move a unit into here. And he's surrounded. And I was looking at this guy and I'm thinking, right, no, we can't get, we need we need to get something into here. We can only get something into here, so he's got an out. However, I just had the wee thought, and I thought, let's think about this other part of Dangerous Round these days. This new part that's new to me. Any is just starting this game. It won't be, but it's not something you considered in the previous game. Right, where are we going to... German action terms should do it. Right. Hex path of any length free of Soviet units. Hang on. Yeah. A hex path of any... Oh, it's any length. Ah, okay, that makes it even easier. I'm thinking he's got to trace supply. It's just, I suppose my thinking was, right, I move a unit into here. And remember where that guy was, he's in the middle one, right? Well, let's not tempt that fate. Let's just put... Hang on, I used to have some other colour counters, didn't I? Yeah, there they are. Give me a sec. Okay, I know they should probably be red. These are the ones I used for the previous game. So if I moved one of these units into here, I'm thinking, okay, he's not surrounded. I could also press a unit up into here. But he's still not in danger of surround, you know, he can still move into this hex to escape. But then I started thinking about that, oh, wait now, the other part about I'm having to trace supply. Because tracing over the... Oh no, hang on. It's only a Dnieper River, isn't it? But I don't think it matters because it actually says they are hex path of any length free of Soviet unit zone of controls can't be traced from hex to German supply head. So it's any length. So I mean I can just go 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, I'm going to find a supply head, probably. So I think you it's going to be unlikely you're going to arrive at that. Well, it must be feasible, or they wouldn't have added it. I guess you're going to have to be more sort of behind the lines a bit, and you know, struggling to find a way through. Hex path of any length. Yeah. I'm just going to look at in the rule book there. Yeah, so the rule on page 21, I'm looking in German action terminology. Right, so a given hex is in danger of surround by Soviet units if not currently surrounded and either of the following are true. And I'm not going to read out the first one because we know that one. You can't trace a path of hexes of any length free of Soviet units or Soviet zone controls from the given hex to a German supply head. Well, yeah, me putting a unit there and a unit there is not going to stop him. And what I was thinking about the river, but I don't think that's because it's just the Dnieper River, I think, knocks the supply trace down to 2. I don't think it's the Donetsk River, is it? Yeah, if path crossed unbridged Dnieper River hex head, allowed length is only 2 hexes. Yeah, so it wouldn't matter with that one anyway. It can trace 7. 1. I was thinking if it could only trace 2 going across here, 1, 2, it can't reach a supply head road, you know. But it's irrelevant anyway. It can trace as many as it wants. Right, okay, that's that one out of the way. So, and why were we talking about that? I need to get back to where I was. Yeah, looking at danger surround on the units, weren't we? So he's not and he's not as well, and he's not. So none of them are in dangerous surround. And here was my sort of query earlier on, that if one of them were, and then one of them moved, and then made the other one in dangerous surround. Right, I'll get some reply to that, and I'll get back to you. Somebody tell me, Grant, you're being silly. Right, if in dangerous surrounds, that's step 4. We've done that then. So I think we're drawing an action card now. I think we're drawing an action card. Yeah, I was still doubting myself a bit with that, but no. Let's move on. German action card now for step 5. So let's sneak it in there. What we got? Pull back. Situation: active unit in danger of surround and proximate to a hex not in danger of surround. And we do that in descending order, but we've already decided that none of them are in danger of surround. So that card's not going to apply. And we're going to move on to step 6, which is draw another card if that card hadn't been acted upon. Deploy flank protection. Action: place one garrison marker in the lowest numbered empty position hex meeting all these criteria within 3 X's of an active unit, not adjacent to a Soviet unit, in German reserve supply. Would cause a German unit in danger of surround to no longer be in danger of surround. See, that's what I mean about you. I suppose it could depend on the situation you're in. And right now I'm in the situation that none of my units are in danger of surround. So I really just need to read that one and say, okay, we're not doing anything. Because it's got to meet all these criteria. Would cause a German unit in danger of surround to no longer be in danger of surround. It's not. That doesn't meet that criteria, does it? Because we've already decided, yet again, that none of my units are in danger of surround. Okay, so we're moving on to step 7. Which is move to hex. It removes danger of surround from another German unit. However, that doesn't necessarily mean these 3 units, so let's just be aware of that. For instance, this guy here, I don't think we can get around again because of the garrison. Oh, hang on, what about these guys though? Surely one of them can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we move something in. We can move something into here, so that grabs. Well, that's wrong, Grant. You're putting the unit down. So let's put a unit into there. And then, yeah, if it mattered, we could get a unit in here as well. So yeah, he is in danger of surround. Yeah, he is. So, does that guy want to? Probably not. So what was that? Move to hex and removes dangerous sound from another German unit. That's all it says, and then there's some preferences. So it's in descending order. Yeah, this could be tricky to work out, couldn't it? Well, descending order. This is the highest. I don't think he can get there. Well, he's moving through the broken stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he can't do nothing. This guy, well, he's also breaking zone of control as well. So it's 1, 2, 3. This guy breaking zone of control is 1, 2, but he can't move through this hex because of zone of control. I think this is the only possibility. So he would be moving here 1, 2, breaking zone of control. Oh, that's crossing a minor river as well. 1, 2. And then it's going to be another 4 to move into there. Does that stop that guy from being... I don't think so, does it? Where did we put 1? Well, hang on though, maybe. 1, 2. Oh no, we can just go in here with that guy, can't we? So 1, 2, 3, 4 for that infantry unit. And then this guy just moves in here. So even moving that German unit to there doesn't prevent that. So you need to be doing a bit better than that. 1, 2, 3. Actually, that might work. So if he moves out zone of control 1, 2 along the road and then back into this clear hex for 3, as this guy... No, I think we can move this guy. Oh no, we can't. Well, yeah, there we go. Because I'm thinking I can't move these because I can't move it through there because now that German unit's there. I can't move it through here because that garrison's there. So I'm thinking, oh, that might do it. But I'm sure, because we can, this is adjacent to it, so we can consider, can we see that? Is it on the camera? Because this is adjacent, we can consider this being a move. We can ignore this garrison when testing for proximate and dangerous surround, I believe. Right. Let's see, you're not making things up there, Grant. Yeah, well, what are we checking? We're checking for dangerous surround here, aren't we? Yeah, it's the same. It tells you there as well. Good. Right. Again, German action terminology. Somebody will need to get this printed out. Although, yeah, I did say it was in the play raid. Hang on, let me not knock that then just yet. No, see, I need the rules for what I'm looking for here. Yeah, you need the rule book for this bit, and that's the bits that can sometimes catch you out, you know, because it doesn't have it in the player aid. So, dangerous surround reminders. During a German activation or event, which is what we're doing, Soviet proximity can't be traced through a garrisoned hex or a hex adjacent to a garrisoned hex unless any Soviet unit is already adjacent to the garrison. Oh. Soviet proximity. Yeah, that's the same as proximate, I suppose. And it's got under proximate as well. It says, during a German activation commander event, Soviet units can't trace proximity through hexes containing or adjacent to a German garrison unless any Soviet unit is adjacent to the garrison. Okay, I've been thinking of that slightly wrong, but I knew it was there to do something. So, you know how I said this unit can't move here to check for proximate, you know, what we try to do, we'll try to surround this guy. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I thought he couldn't do that. However, there's a Soviet unit adjacent to this garrison, so we ignore this. I thought it was maybe just for this unit, but that's not what that says, does it? It does say well, maybe does it? Soviet proximity can't be traced through a garrisoned hex or a hex adjacent to a garrisoned hex unless any Soviet unit is already adjacent to the garrison. Which is true. I mean, what we're talking about here is seeing if we can surround this unit, right? So, the thing is, well, we need to activate third tank, and we also need to activate a unit here. So, but the game's got to like have some boundaries and say, well, look, you might be able to. Well, to be honest, these are both from the Vornes front, aren't they? So if I play a card that activates Vornes front units, I could possibly do that. I don't know how the cards work. And what that's then saying that if I activate third tank army, this garrison's going away when I activate them. So then I am able to move 1, 2, 3, 4 if I want to, because that garrison's gone. So yeah, so that does make sense. Good, very good. Okay, I've not got a clue what I was trying to achieve here now. We're checking if this guy's in dangerous surround, I think. Yes. Yeah, we were seeing if this guy could stop that from happening. That was it. So the best he can get is there, and that's not going to stop it, is it? Yeah, the best he can get is either, did we say he could get there or there? And none of that's going to stop this unit from being surrounded. Wow, you're getting in deep now, Grant. Okay. I have had a couple of years, admittedly. It's maybe time to call it, Oh, I'd really like to have my last impulse of the day, though. I'm excited about that one. Yeah, I might need to leave it till the morning. Move to X and removes dangerous sign from another German unit. That's what we're trying to do, and I don't think we can do it. To be honest, there might have been an instruction on doing it anyway, but he can't do it, so let's just leave it. Just wondering about a glance up here. I don't think so. I think this garrison's causing trouble. Yeah, I think we possibly looked at this before about Kharkov being surrounded, because there's not a gap here and there's not a gap here, so I think that means he cannot be surrounded just at the moment. Okay, let's move on to step 8. If Soviet unit proximate to an empty or garrison German city hex. No. No, there's no Soviet units proximate to an empty or garrison city hex. Right, if a non-VP hex, well, this guy isn't a VP hex. I think we maybe done this one before. These are both non-VP hexes. And stacked with, they're not stacked with NM, but they are adjacent to another German unit. So we're doing this in descending order, so it would be this guy first to look at. So move to an empty position hex, not adjacent to any German unit to which Soviet unit proximate. Well, there's no Soviet unit proximate to this or this. I'm pretty sure they're the only two you can really move to. Yeah. Move to empty position hex, not adjacent to any German unit to which Soviet unit proximate. Well, this is adjacent to German unit. Oh, you know what? So is that. So what about the other guy? The other guy's pretty much tied in. He's He's almost surrounded. He can only move here. Yeah, that's not happening, eh? Yeah, he's not moving. Don't tell me we're going to get right through this and not do anything. I'll have to draw another card. Oh no, I think this guy will build an IP, won't he? Good. Yeah, place IP on unit if eligible, and Soviet unit proximate. Again, in descending order. Well, this is a 3, so yes, he's going to get an IP. I believe. At least that means there's been an activation. Something's happened. And this guy won't build an IP. Alright, should do that just to keep myself right. That guy won't build an IPs in a town. And then step 11, remove disperse marker from unit. So it does look like they went right through that, drawing a couple of action cards and everything, and they've only built an IP. Hopefully I've got that right though. So there's a lot of steps you've got to go through. Okay. I'm gonna say it's good, and we're gonna keep our fingers crossed. Right. I could go for this, couldn't I? Well, that's 46 minutes, which is quite a short sort of couple of impulses there. I think I'll cut it and put in the next part, because I'm not sure that I'm going to have the time. I'm going to this will be 5 minutes to think about this. I mean, I'm just doing this last impulse. I say it's going to be a biggie. It's not really. It's going to be it's going to be probably one combat, one attack on Slavansk. You'll have to forgive my pronunciations of all these. Yeah. But I think I'll take a pause. I'll probably cut this. 47 minutes. That's a shortish one by my standards. But and then just keep the last, because the Germans will get an impulse 2 after me as well to finish the turn, and then there'll be some end of turn stuff to do as well. So that may make up in the next episode. But I'm hoping I might just take 5 minutes here and come back and do this tonight, which is probably a mistake, because I've now got a glass of whiskey as well. Right, I'll be back soon. Cheers.